open, and you can be right on the air with me as we talk about whatever you want to talk about. Open subject, lines are open. Let me get the introduction going. Be right back. Hi everybody, Coach Dave here. What's going on? I'm just sending this out to Twitter, and I'm sharing it out to all of my followers. Bam, just like that. Okay. All right, so now it's sent out. What are you guys doing? I thought I'd just see if we could get some callers here. Somebody that wants to talk. Right now we don't have any callers, but right up above is the information up here. See that? Woo, that's fun. All right. So we've got the information up there. We've also got a chat box right over here. And if anybody just wants to say hi, if you're in the broadcast, either on any of my 5 platforms that this is going out to, just say hi in chat and it should show up right there. All right, guys, the phone number up above it's muted right now. So if you want to call and you want to swear at me, it won't get out on the air. I'd like to have some intelligent conversation because I know it's out there. But we'll see what happens. And this is a complaint line. If you want to complain a little bit, that's okay. Or if you just, there's some problems that you have, you want to see if there's any answer to the problems, if there's anyone, including myself, who can give you an idea of something you might want to try. So we'll see if we can do that too. Right now, I just sent it out. I just sent it out right here on Periscope. And let me call it Periscope here. And I get into it. There it is right there. There's the Coach Dave Show on Periscope. And so I just sent it out there. I'll throw some hearts in there and I'll show you. I'll go hi, 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 which is what I always do for a test. And there it is right there. So if you're on Periscope, you can type it right there in the box. And if you're on YouTube or if you're on DLive, let's see where else I've got it going. I've got Twitch, YouTube, DLive, Periscope, and Facebook. This is on my personal page on Facebook, which you'll find right down here, Dave Brown Coach. So go to Facebook/Dave Brown Coach. You'll find me, and you can say hi in there, and it should show up right here on the chat. So welcome to the Coach Dave Show. This is the bull beep zone. You have to say beep. I don't know. I don't think you have to say beep. You don't have to say anything, and there isn't anything that you really can't say, because if they bleep me, that's okay. I don't mind. I'm not going to worry about that. But right now, it's a big cup of coffee. It's my first cup of coffee. In the morning, I have a second. So that's how the morning one works. And if you want to be part of this conversation, you want to just listen to it on your phone, dial the number. The number's right up there. It's a live call-in. It'll come across a minute. It's going that way. The number is 712-770-5307. You can be connected and just listen if you want to. And then if you want to talk, you want to get into it, you want to hit the PIN number 317820 and then hit pound. So dial the number, hit the PIN number and the pound sign. And then if you want to ask a question, you can hit *61 just to get in the queue to ask a question, *61. So welcome to the Coach Dave Talk Show. Maybe I should have put that on the title. Coach Dave Talk Show. Yes, famous talk show host, Coach Dave. Coach Dave. Bleh. I don't know if I can pronounce all of that in one whack. So guys, what do you think about what's going on? As a matter of fact, I better get myself out of Periscope here. Well, I think I'm going to leave it there, because somebody might come in and give me a superstar or super hearts. I think I have super hearts disabled though. Anyway, so what do you guys think about what's happening? We've got all kinds of stuff going on in the world. We've got the COVID. Everybody's got the COVID in their country. Hopefully not in their person. But everybody's got the COVID in their country. And in addition to that, everybody is dealing with stuff like, what would you call it? I guess you could call it corruption. You could call it cheating. You could call it sore loser. I've heard it called all those things. And if you want to call it sore loser, you can call it sore loser. But how would you feel? How would you feel if you were out there doing all that stuff and then all of a sudden it decides not to go well? That's just what happens. So here's my phone list. Here is who is in there. It is myself as a host and me as a host. The reason there are two hosts in there is because that's what keeps the background music muted. So put two hosts in there. They're both me. They're both from this computer. Actually, one's from the computer and one is from my tablet. I used to call this thing the biggest phone in the world, but it's just not like that. Not anymore. So the phone number, let me see, I'll read it off of here. The phone number is 712-770-5307. And the participant access code 317820 pound. Once you do that, you can just listen if you want to. And if you want to participate, dial *61. *61 will put you in the queue. There's a queue running right now. And I can just go ahead and take one question at a time. So if you want to get in the queue, stand in line, wait to be on the air with Coach Dave. Hop on in and get on the air with Coach Dave, and I'm sure that you're going to be excited to talk to all of the people that are following this chat. This digital chat, this text chat over here, and of course, there's going to be somebody that's going to want to pop in there and ask a question live online. So I'm just going to hang around and do this for a while. All right. So what do you guys think about your life? Is your life what you want it to be, or do you feel stuck? If you feel stuck, you are in luck. Hey, that rhymes. That's pretty good. If you feel stuck, you're in luck, because I'm a life coach and I love giving advice to people who are stuck. And one of the reasons I love that is because getting unstuck is one of the best feelings in the world. So if you want to pop in and get unstuck, let's get unstuck together. And let's see if we can just get it going. Right now, we don't have any callers. Our caller lines are open. I can hold 1,000 people in this queue that I have here. So 1,000 people, that's not bad. And if you're one of those 1,000 people, you can get on the air. And in fact, what we're going to do eventually is we're going to have a little bit of we're going to have some product. I guess that's what you could call it. Merchandise. There you go. That's the word. Merchandise. And with the merchandise, we're going to make some coffee cups that have all the same logo on them. So in the morning, for the morning show, I can go ahead and do that. This nighttime show, we're just going to do it however I feel like, however many times a week. A couple times maybe. I don't know. We don't have to do it a lot, but we can just do it a couple of times a week, and that should be good. Right now, the queue is empty. That's what it says. So I can operate the queue from the computer, or I can operate it from the tablet. Once you dial in and you hit that code, you hit the 317820#. Once you hit that, you'll be listening, and when you hit *61, you're entered right in to the live on air call. Okay? So let me let you guys see a little bit of what's going on with this particular thing. This is sheepishly labeled the bullshit zone. And I labeled it that. I termed that. I have the website, www.bullshit.zone. Bullshit.zone. I have that website, and I can put some of these episodes on there. And if you're here on the show, be forewarned. Part of the agreement coming on the show is that the episode might be put on the website. So be careful about that. I don't have any episodes up on the website yet, but I will. So, unstuck. What does it mean to be unstuck? Well, have you ever felt like you're stuck in life? You don't know what to do. You're kind of frustrated a little bit, and you really need to have something to kind of pull you out of that. I've always said, and I keep saying it, that two are better than one. And why are two better than one? Because if one of you falls into a ditch, the other one's there to pull you out. Okay? So right now, this phone line, the information up here, could help pull you out of your stuckness. Could help pull you out of your stuckness. Or you could just sit there and type to me if you want to type. And we get the chat going over here. We can get the chat going. That little box over there has some chat in it. Text shows up there. And let's see. I'll say hi in here. I'm on Periscope, so it'll show up from Periscope. There it is. See the little blue thingy? That's from Periscope. And so if you want to chat about things, we can throw some chat in whatever platform's chat box you're at. And in addition to that, if you want to call in, just call that number up there. Type in the PIN number, which is a 6-digit number, put a pound sign after that, and then *61 gets you on the air. Okay? So that's how you get on the air, and that's how you, I don't know, you could talk to a lot of people. We could get a bunch of people in the queue, and I could go ahead and unmute their microphones, and everybody could talk to everybody. That would be confusing. It'd be kind of like the big, huge crowds that are on the streets in New York celebrating the supposed president-elect. All right. So if you want to talk about the supposed president-elect, we could do that. If you want to talk about how to get unstuck from where you are, we can do that. And right now, in this broadcast, if you just want to complain about the economy, the president, the supposed president-elect, what's going on in the Supreme Court, what's going on in federal courts, state courts, all of this stuff that is just, I don't know. I don't know if we want to talk about that. All right. So anyway, this is how we're going to run the zone. This one right here. And if you want one of these cubes with your logo on it, let me know. I am doing these, I am doing these for a small fee. Small fee. And I'm not sure how much that small fee is going to be. I'm going to give you the bigger of the small fees because it may be less. I might charge less, but I'll say that it's going to be $50. And you can put it in a lot of places in your broadcast. You can even put it on your website. You could put it in your social media. You could make it spin around in videos. It's actually .mov. It's a QuickTime video with transparent background. So you could literally put anything behind it and it'll just sit there and spin around in front. And it has transparent outside, so just the cube itself is the only part you'll see. Just make sure that you have a square logo, and I'll be able to just put it on a cube like that. Now this thing here, this social contact, whatever you want to call it, I haven't come up with a name for it. I think I called it social references video. It's also a video, same thing, QuickTime file that has a transparent background. So you'll be able to fix that. All right. So phone number up above, 712-770-5307. Pin number 317820. Then hit the pound. And when you get in, that will put you inside and you can listen. But if you want to get in and talk to me, be in the queue to talk to me, *61. That'll put you in the queue. And if you can't get in the queue, I'll be surprised. The queue is the part that is how I bring you into the show. So right now, that line is muted, but I can unmute it with 2 clicks. And we can talk about, actually, I could get rid of this one here. I can unmute it with 1 click. I can unmute that song in 1 click, right? So that's how we get everything from the queue into here. And if we want to, let me just give you a little bit of a teaser video. And I'm going to go ahead.
For our viewers who are not familiar with the color revolutions in Eastern Europe,
there we go.
State as clearly as you can what you think is going on right now in this election. What's the end game for Democrats?
Yes, thank you for having me. Many have described the actions taken against Trump as a coup. And this is certainly correct, but it's a little bit general and vague. What's unfolding before our eyes is a very specific type of coup called the
color revolution. So Just listen what this guy has to say. He's seen this done before.
Color revolution. It's a regime change model favored by many in our national security apparatus, particularly against Eastern European countries, to overthrow, target regimes that they don't like. One model, which is not the color revolution model, is purely sending a bunch of troops into a country and removing by military force a leader you don't like. That's like the Iraq model.
Right.
The color revolution model is a little bit more delicate and subtle. It has several characteristics, but the chief characteristics of it is a combination of an engineered contested elections scenario combined with massive mobilized protests.
So, contested elections, right? Everybody recognizes that. And then protests.
Which they call, as a term of art, peaceful protests.
Peaceful protest. Now that makes sense, right? So contested elections with some protesting that they call peaceful that pretty much are not peaceful.
And acts of civil disobedience. If that sounds familiar, it gets even better.
Oh, yeah.
It's not only the same strategies and tactics used against Trump that's used against Eastern European dictators that our national security apparatus doesn't like. It's literally the same people who are color revolution professionals who have a long history of using these same tactics against foreign leaders they don't like to use against democratically elected President Donald Trump.
Okay, so that's what's going on. They're using it against Donald Trump, our democratically elected president. And if you want to talk about this, there's a number up above, 712-770-5307. You get in there, it'll ask you for a PIN number, or you can just start typing it in right away, 317820, and hit the pound sign. And then if you want to be in the queue to talk on the air, *61. And that'll bring you in to the queue to talk on the air. All right. So that's, excuse me, that's why I'm here. Just to talk on the air. And right now, Periscope is empty. I think everybody's eating dinner. Are you eating dinner? Why don't you dial up the phone and you can listen to the broadcast while you eat dinner? If you don't want to carry your phone around with you, I mean, you know, like your smartphone or your tablet or your laptop, whatever has Periscope, YouTube, or Facebook or DLive on it, then you can go ahead and just call on a regular phone, put it on speaker, and just have it sit there. So as long as you don't have the broadcast on and on your phone at the same time to get feedback, we can talk. So 712-770-5307, PIN number 317820, hit pound. Then if you want to be in the queue to talk on the air, ask me a question live, *61, right? Okay. So right now there's a lot going on. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Trump is making up all this stuff about cheating, about conspiracies to get him out of the presidency? Do you think that Joe should be automatically shoved into the presidency and Trump should concede? Or do you think it's the other way around? They should keep out Joe because he didn't earn it. He didn't win. They cheated. They wouldn't let the poll watchers in. They cheated with fake ballots that they filled out in a campaign van vehicle while people blocked the view from the public, and then they went with handfuls of ballots and turned them in. What do you think it is? I'm waiting for you guys to tell me. Let's figure this out, or let's just talk about it. Who says we have to figure it out? So, on the face of it, there's definitely a lot of people that are all messed up about this. A lot of people that voted for one side, and a lot of people that voted for the other side. Does anybody have any information on whether there was cheating, whether there wasn't cheating? The Republican side says, yeah, we have proof, we have videos, we have testimonies, we have sworn affidavits. And then the other side says, there isn't a shred of evidence. There isn't even one shred of evidence. So what do you think? What do you think? It makes you wonder when you're out there and stuff is, it's just not, it's not the kind of thing we want to fight over. Not the thing that we want to concentrate on. Nobody knows what the deal is and why we should even care. So 712-770-5307. Pin number 317820. Pound. And you're in. And this is just a first test. So we don't even have to talk about anything other than, hey, I didn't know how to do this. You want to know how to do this? I'll tell you how to do it. I'll tell you how to do a talk show. It's pretty easy. First, you got to get a cup of coffee. When you get the coffee, then your brain's actually going to go and work and all that. So that's how that goes. And then when you have a friend who can give you a call, have your friend give you a call. Right? I think I'm going to type to my friend here for a second. I'm going to get this tablet on my lap. All right, let's see if my friend is around. Okay. And let's see. I'm telling him I'm doing a live call-in show right now. Okay. And let's see if I can get my other friend. There we go. Okay. So I sent a message to a couple of my friends. And let's see. I'm going to copy this. Hey guys, what's going on? There's the number up there, 712-770-5307. Pin number 317820, then hit pound. And then, of course, we've got, hey, my friend Shannon just showed up in Periscope. Then, of course, if you want to talk to me live, *61. That'll put you in the queue. That will put you in the queue. And that's how that goes. All right, I'm going to send this over here. Bam. Oops. Bam. There we go. And that's how that goes. All right. Hey, Shannon, what's going on? Hey, everybody. My friend Shannon is over there on Periscope. And we're just sitting around talking about whatever we can talk about. Wondering about voter fraud. Is there such thing in this election? Or is it just sore loser? Which one do you think it is? Go ahead. Don't be shy. Or do you want to talk about packing the court. Nah, we don't want to talk about that. You could talk about, I don't know. You can talk about anything. And let's see, the number for the CC. Let's copy this. And boom, 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 boom. All right, I'm going to paste this over here. Paste that over there. Okay. Hey, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? And let's see. Love it. People could just come in. Just come in. And Shannon was nice to see you, Shannon. Looks like she's kind of disappeared. That's good. She's got some stuff to do. All right. Well, it looks like Shannon is live here. Hey, we're going to bring Shannon into the queue. We're going to pick up the question. And let's see if this is all working right. Shannon, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. Well, you're on the show.
Oh, wonderful.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So what are you doing tonight?
That is cool. Well, right now, I'm just kind of looking over some resumes, so I need to call some people up and get them scheduled for some interviews.
Nice. And you're interviewing them for stuff that you're doing?
No, for my job.
For work, okay. Okay.
Yes, for work.
Oh, sounds cool. So yeah, someday we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you hooked up with a call-in phone thing, and you know this call-in thing can hold up to 1,000 people in the queue.
Could it?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yes, that's gonna be cool.
So I hear kids in the background. Who's there?
Yes, all 6 of the grandkids.
All 6?
Yes, all 6.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, it
Hey,
does.
so tell me a little bit about your show and what you've got going lately. I know you've got a couple things running currently at the same time.
Yes. So what we do, of course, is we are for humanities. So we help those folks who are ready to start their own T-shirt business. Right now, the current thing that we got going on is overlays. So we know a lot of people are going to be promoting their business and brands. So we're giving them overlays so that they could, promote what they're promoting for the year or for the holidays. So that's what we're doing now, and those are like $10 overlays. So we're part of our fundraising for the end of the year to support nonprofits.
Nice, nice. And so what does the overlay do?
So an overlay is those fancy little pictures of yourself or a product that sit right over your broadcast. So when you're broadcasting, you can have something that either looks like your, I would call it the Channel 7 News, or you can have a picture of something, or you can have a picture of yourself, or you can have like a little lower third that you can show that just stays there all the time. So it's that cover picture that sits over the top of your broadcast. And for me, I would look at it to be a way to promote, like if you have a product or you have a class coming up, you can have it sit there so that you can have that picture right there with you so that people can see it, and then as you're speaking and promoting it.
Okay. So is that the kind of thing they would call like branding?
Yes. So it is part of your brand. So if you're going to be, especially for folks who are rebranding, or then definitely someone who is just trying to keep their brand current, you would put this in front, like your logos, or either a theme that you have that works with your brand, so that people can just always see it. And as time go on, the more you show it, the more it's there, people will recognize those. You don't have to necessarily even say what you would have to even say it yourself. They get familiar with your color scheme, or either the logo or the image that you have. Or even sometimes people get used to your style of branding, like Coach Dave. I know something is Coach Dave just by looking at some of the graphics and the things that he shows, and I'll be like, oh, okay, that's something Coach Dave did. You will learn those things and see that after a while.
Okay. So it's branding, it's beautifying in kind of an odd way. And
right.
People, when they see that, they really know it's you. Like the ABC, NBC logo, CNN, all those things.
Mm-hmm.
You immediately identify.
Right.
Okay.
So it definitely identifies you, and then it also can sit there, even if you're not necessarily speaking to that particular thing. It's there, so it's always in front of people, always in the forefront, so that people can see what it is. And then as you're speaking to it, you can kind of use it as a prop and, point to it, as long as you're pointing the right direction.
Right.
On the screen.
Yeah. You got to point the right direction. Everything's
Right.
backwards.
Yeah.
After you do a couple of shows, you kind of go, oh, wait a minute. Which way am I pointing? It's got to be, no, it's over there.
Right. That is true.
I like that. All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share?
I would say for those of you guys who are watching and you're here on the show and seeing Coach Dave, be sure to check out all the work that Coach Dave does. He's a wealth of creativity, and he has a lot of great information that he's can help folks with and get you ready, especially for the new year. If you want to make 2021 something that you're making a big splash, or you're making a big jump and leap into your brand, definitely Coach Dave. He could help you out with that. He's got great information. He's helped me a lot with a lot of things, and I just say, let me be the tester, show me how I could do it, and I could show other people. So connect with Coach Dave. Yeah,
very cool. Now tell me, just before you're out of here, how can people reach you to help you with things?
You guys can reach me on Facebook. I'm live every day on my Shannon Griffin page, or either For Humanities. You guys can connect with me there. I'm on Periscope on the For Humanities, and that's a number 4 Humanities, HUMANITEES, for T's, because that's what we do. And I'm live every day, twice a day, normally 7:30 a.m. and p.m.
Awesome. Okay, well, Shannon, thanks for calling, and I hope we get some other calls, but even if we don't, I really appreciate you showing up and giving me a call. Make sure this thing here works. And that way,
you're welcome.
That way we can check the bells and whistles, right?
Right, exactly.
All right.
So
it looks
you,
like
Coach Dave.
It looks good, and thanks for helping me out, Shannon. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All righty.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Okay, so Shannon helped me out, and it looks like Lisa's over there. And Lisa, hey, what's going on? I hope you are having a good evening. Are you familiar with Shannon? Shannon is For Humanities. She's the co-founder of the nonprofit For Humanities. She is working hard to get that nonprofit. She helps a lot of people out with, she's a cancer survivor, and she helps a lot of people out with stuff. So there you go. All right, and she just popped back in there. So, hey, Shannon, good to have everybody pop in here. And yeah, there we go. You're right. Shannon is amazing. All right. So this is how you do a talk show. If you were here a couple minutes ago, Lisa, you probably just caught the end of the conversation I had with Shannon. And when you have some friends, you have some influence, you have somebody helping you out, it's a lot better. And as I always say, two are better than one. And more than that, the more the merrier, right? So, yeah, it's nice to see that everything's working, and the buttons that I had set up actually worked just like I thought they would. So that's a good thing. All right, guys, I hope that you can get unstuck. I'm going to do this call-in show a couple of nights a week at least. And I don't know about every day, but every morning I'm going to try and hit, there you go, but always better to have friends. Every morning I'm going to try and hit my other show, which is the Coach Dave Let Me Help You Get Unstuck show. But this one is just for whatever you want to talk about. And if you guys have anything else you want to talk about, we'll talk about it. And we can talk about it today, tomorrow, some other day. It's just fun to do this kind of stuff and know that we can connect through the internet in many different ways. And we could even have live guests on the show. We can do that too. So thanks for popping in, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I am Coach Dave, a master life coach and biblical counselor. And I hope you are having a great day. Let's get unstuck. All right. Guys, I'll talk to you later. Thanks again. Bye-bye.